What's up, y'all? I don't know who's on today, but I'm coming on, so y'all fall in. What's up, what's up, what's up? This is Kwanda Lamb, the winning single mom, and I want to talk to you today about letting the man be the man. Self to come on every day this week. What's up, y'all? Trying to get some good lighting going. Let's see. Hey. So I'm Kwanda Lamb, the winning single mom, and I have a website called kwandalamb.com where I give you practical advice for the single mom life. I have an event coming up in DC for single ladies, and so not just single moms, and you are invited. So I've been coming on because I want to share. I've been dealing a lot with relationships, especially in my coaching. I've been through some things myself, and I have a lot of insight, and so I'm gathering some specialists, some experts together so we can have a conversation, so we can get out the house and have a good time, network, meet some people. But what I want to do leading up to that event, and just in general for people who can't come, is have conversations that we need to have that, hey, a swirl girl, that maybe folks didn't have with us when we started out. Let's face it. Some of us learned to date by watching TV, by watching what our friends did. I know I did, because my folks' advice to me was leave boys alone. That's all they gave me my whole life. Leave boys alone. That was it. That's the instruction I had, and I love them. They're good people, simple Southern folks. Okay, amazing, good people. And the best advice that they could give me was leave boys alone. Well, that worked all the way up until I went to college. And I wasn't fast and loose and didn't lose my mind. But that didn't work against somebody who had who had skills and props and knew how to seduce and how to come in on a girl who thought, I've been a virgin 21 years. Child, please, get out of here, boy, bye. Listen, honey, let me tell you, you need more than leave boys alone. So what do you do when you start messing with boys? What do you do when you like a boy? What do you do when you get out here in the big old world and you start dating and feminists? And I love feminists. I love some of y'all. I love y'all. Some of y'all crazy, but listen. And they tell you it's your body. Do what you want to do with your body. You have the power. You can sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. You can do whatever you want to do. You want to have sex? Go have sex with 50 men. And what they don't tell you is you can get a baby. You can get some STDs. You can get a bad name. You can get a broken heart. You can get a lot of soul ties. Nobody tells you that. And so you're out here trying to figure it out. And so you make it through all of that stuff. And then you're like, there's this guy I really like. And he wants me to come see him, and I'm going to do it. Hey, boo. How you doing, Divine? To be inspired, how are you? Well, I bring up that question, let the man be the man, because my girlfriend who's on today, Michelle Matthews Calloway from the Swirl World, where they teach women, especially women of color, how to look outside the African-American male for a love interest. And so they're talking about interracial dating. And so they have an amazing website, an amazing podcast. I got to write for them a couple times. Love the work that they're doing, because love is love, right? So she was chatting today on her Facebook, and it made me think, ooh, I was going to talk about something else, but I want to talk about this. So let's get into it. Let the man be the man. So she was sharing on her podcast and in her Facebook how, she's really trying to do this work to show women there are some things that we don't need to be doing. We are doing entirely too much. Thank you all for the hearts. We're doing entirely too much. And I thought back and I was like, I was seeing this guy and I bought him a birthday present because I like to give gifts. But when my birthday came around, do you think that Negro bought me a gift? No. So what does that tell me? Doing too much. He's not the one. And so she was talking about how this lady, this guy wanted to talk to her, and they had met online. It was time for them to meet up. That's great. You do need to take it offline, meet with people. But the young lady drove cross country from, I think it was California to what? She drove from California to where, Michelle? Anyway, it was far. Are you kidding me, ladies? So this is why we can't get the respect that we want. This is why when I meet guys and you meet guys to Oklahoma, oh my God, to the middle of nowhere. Listen, Oklahoma, I'm not going to talk about y'all. I love y'all. What is in Oklahoma? They got land and tumbleweeds. What is in Oklahoma? I know y'all got Oklahoma City. What else is in Oklahoma? We love y'all. He didn't want to get his behind up and come to the big city to see what's going on in California. She drove cross country to see this dude. Let me tell you something. When you do that, when you do things that the man should do, I'm sorry, people who don't believe in roles, guess what? These roles have been set up, and folks are, listen, they are programmed, and a man knows what he's supposed to do. So let me tell you something. When you move out of your place and you make a move like that, you're going to have to continue making the moves. You're going to have to run that relationship because you already made the first move. You did the most work, and he's sitting back waiting on you to arrive. And then she brought up a story of a lady who, the guy wanted to meet, and he was like, I'll buy your plane ticket. And most of us are like, oh, girl, he buying tickets. Girl, you better go. What's he doing? What's he doing? He spent some money. And what does that tell him? It's told him that, I can just spend some money on her. She'll do anything I want. I give her a little this, do a little that. She ain't seen nothing like this before. She'll do whatever I want. When she gets here, because I paid for this ticket, I'm going to get whatever I want. Or that's the expectation. So we need to let men be men and let them lead. And if you have encountered somebody that you really like, but they're not leading, guess what, baby? You got a choice to make. Because that's what you're going to be stuck with. You either level up and have them rise to the occasion, or you're going to be stuck with somebody who doesn't lead. Let me tell you something. When I'm dating people, when I'm out and I'm meeting folks, I watch how they are when we're dating. If you're not kind, if you're not generous, if you're not kind to other people, I listen to their conversations. Like, I'll never forget this one guy, the way he talked about a homeless man asking him for $5. I was like, did you give it to him? And he was like, no, this guy had plenty of money. And you didn't give a homeless guy $5? I see him every day out there panhandling. He's homeless. Are you kidding me? So if that's the heart you have right now, that's the heart you have. Right. And I'm not going to wait around for it to change, hoping that it will change. That tells me that you don't have a spirit of generosity. Right? And so I'm sitting here and I want to just call out every woman who's doing too much. I want to call out every sister who's out here looking for love, and you're making these first moves. You out here doing stuff you don't have to be doing. And you know what you're going to end up with? You're going to end up with a man who's not doing too much because you've already trained him that he doesn't have to. Listen, Linda. So today's topic says, let the man be the man. I need you to stop doing his role for him. He needs to pursue you. Let me tell you something. When I get something that I wanted, I don't want it no more. Let's solidate our morals, ladies. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Safe Love. And so the thing is, though, that if we have something missing in us, this is why I do the relationship brunches that I do. This is why I have the conversations that I do. This is why I coach, because I don't want to see us out here losing. I want to see you winning. I want to see you winning. And sometimes winning feels like losing. When you're at home on a Friday night, when you're at home on a Saturday night, when you could have been out with fine brother, good looking, who doesn't respect you, who's looking for something from you. Yeah, you could have been doing something, but is it the right thing? Is it going to eventually serve you? And so I want to have the conversation about, let's stop buying folks gifts. Yes, it's nice to do gifts. Let's have conversations with them instead. And I thought to myself, I should have been like, when I realized this was years ago when I did this, I should have been like, hey, I like you. You like me. We go out, we hang out, we make sandwiches together. I got to use code, guys. I'm an educator by day. My children are in the other room. I have to make sure I use code. You understand? We make sandwiches together. And I want to get you a gift for your birthday. Do you believe in buying gifts? I should have asked him. You know what? We're scared. We're scared to be honest and upfront. But what we need to do is get bold and courageous and have these conversations that save us time. They help us stop wasting our time and energy and good love on somebody who's not trying to give us good love back. There are so many people who will take what you're given and not give you anything in return. So I wanted to come through and talk about that real quick. Let him be the man. Let him ask you out on a date. Let him make the plans for that date. Let him show up and pick you up for that date. If you're like, I don't want every person that I meet knowing where I live, then be picked up somewhere else. Go park at a certain locale. Let him pick you up, meet you there, and whatever. Or, you get to the restaurant. But when you start getting to dating him, of course he needs to know where you live. And you shouldn't be going out with folks you don't trust, no way. Okay, let him be the man. If more of us did this, the rest of your sisters out here, we wouldn't be running around struggling, trying to figure out why are these dudes so whack? Why are these dudes so whack? Because somebody else before me put up with it. He has to go to your door and not blow the horn. Girl, say it, say it, say it, say it. So let me tell you, in my experience, I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I dated a guy who was just briefly, because I have a thing about age, and I'm sorry, that's my hang up, whatever. I got a thing about bellies too. I get to have that. I get to be me. I get to own my truth. Okay? So I'm fine, fit, fabulous. I want somebody that's fine, fit, fabulous, and around my age. But I went out with this guy. He was amazing. I didn't know at the time he was 10 years older than me. Absolutely amazing fellow. I wish I could have gotten over the age part, but when I tell you, he was like, I will come. He lived an hour away. I will come and I will pick you up, and then I will drive you back an hour and something to the Mavs game that he was taking me to. And I was like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Absolutely. But I'm going to meet you there. Offered to come from where he was, pick me up, take me there, bring me back. All of this stuff, just manners. And when we come across guys like that, we need to know and appreciate them and not just be like, let him chase me a million times, right? Girl, I see the signal is dropping for you, a swirl girl. But I share this story with you because a lot of the guys out here that are younger, of course they don't have that. You know, somebody trained a whole bunch of them. We may not meet them. It's your job when you get to them. I know we don't want to do it, but it's your job to make that man, even if he's not your man, even if he doesn't become your man, you need to make him better for the next woman. I'm sorry. I just believe in it. So I let brothers know now. Based on what I learned, I let them know. This is the standard. This is the standard. And if you're not willing to meet it, it's okay. But I will not be doing non-lady-like things for you. Because guess what? I believe I'm the prize. I believe I'm the prize. Do you know how much I believe I'm the prize? And until you actually believe you are the prize, you might need to stop dating. You might need to not take any calls from people. You might not need to be online. Because when that spirit of desperation is leading us, we're just getting into everything and anything. Let me try this. Let me try that. And then because you want to be with somebody and you want to go out and you want to do this or that, you start succumbing and then sliding down on the standards. And then all of a sudden he's like, got her. Gotcha. Gotcha. So back to what I was saying earlier. When I chase something and when I get it, I don't want it anymore. You ever wanted something so bad and you got it and you was like, this is all right. I remember this one guy, and I've only chased one guy in my life, and it was the worst experience. It started out beautiful and amazing, storybook romance. I was like, oh my God, I want him. Goodness gracious, this is back in the day. He was fine as wine, y'all. And when I got him, I was just like, oh my gosh, he's so half empty. Like he didn't have any thoughts of his own. He was just the good looking guy. He didn't have any, oh my goodness. I was like, it's like talking to a rock, you know? And so that's what I'm saying. This is how guys feel about women who chase them. They have an amazing time being honored by you. It's a role reversal, and they're the prize. And then they're spoiled and arrogant, and then they go to the next one because they're not gonna pick you because you did all the work. Don't nobody want somebody to do all the work. Don't no man want to be chased. Had plenty of them. Empty shell. That's exactly the word. Empty shell. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, when we gonna break up? I'm thinking, how can I tell him? I don't want to do this no more. Oh my gosh. Because I want somebody with substance. And you know how you find a man with substance? You be the lady with substance. You be the lady with substance. So I just want to come on real quick. You know, I didn't have a whole bunch of points written out. My girl over here at the Swirl World, Miss Michelle Matthews Calloway, is going to be sharing some more things on her page about just things that we need to stop doing. Like, I remember she said the driving to him, and I think tomorrow she's going to talk about whether or not we should be picking up the check. I don't even want to get into your business. I'm going to let you handle that, Michelle, but Lord, y'all know I could talk about that. And so I'm interested in getting us ready for real love. Not everybody, she said, Lord, not everybody is going to be able to give you real love. I want you to accept it. I want you to understand that. I don't believe you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you get your prince. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. The very next person you talk to could be your husband, but you will not have him unless you have some standards. You will not have him unless you have some standards. A good man that's looking for a good woman. Lots of people out here marrying for the wrong reasons. They're not staying married. Okay, if I wanted to get married, I could have got married. You could be married. Lots of us it's always folks that want to be married. But we're not the kind of women that settle, are we? If you're on my scope, you're not the kind of woman that settles. So it's time for you to do the hard work. I know it seems like you're going to lose, but you're going to actually win if you set those standards. And if you let the man be the man. And if he wants to hang out with you, if he wants to spend time with you, then honey, he's going to do man things. And that's the way it goes. No, ma'am, cannot settle. No settling. No settling. So I always challenge women to write things out, to make a list. Hello, Lion King 7733. And I'm not talking about that 100-item list of God, he's got to be this, and God, he's got to be that. 9 months, girl. Congratulations. Absolutely. So I'm on my journey of celibacy. And I had to get honest with myself, and I make a joke about it, with people. I say, my celibacy has an expiration date, honey. And I believe that, and I know that, right? I know one day I'll marry. You're welcome. But, I had to get honest with myself about why I'm celibate. I had to get honest about, am I afraid, right? Am I doing this for God like I say I am? Any of those other things that you have to deal with about why you're celibate. Okay. And so I know why I'm on my journey, right? It's definitely a whole bunch to do with my faith, but also it's the part of I date so much better when I have the clarity of mind of what I want, when the physical isn't involved, and I can get to know the person for who they are. And not every man is going to go all the way with you, right? It's lots of brothers. They be like, man, you fine and all, but I can't be celibate no 2 and 3 years. I was like, I didn't ask you to be celibate 2 or 3 years. First of all, we're just talking. We're not dating, right? And I said, and then honestly, when I meet my husband, I know I'm going to know him when I see him. So we ain't got to be celibate 2 or 3 years. You understand? Listen, they got brooms for jumping, but you won't be getting no cookies unless you jump in brooms. And that's just something that I have come to in my life. That's not for everybody. And so, I encourage you as much as you can to hold off on the sexual. I encourage you to get to know these people, because if we're honest, when we dive into bed, connect with me spiritually, mentally, absolutely. When we dive into bed and we're immediately hooked as women, and the men are like, it was nice, I enjoyed you, cool. We're ready to have babies and build, big houses and dream this and dream that, and the dude is like, it was good. So because we are emotional beings, and God has put something in us that makes us attach like that. And I'm not saying the guys can't, because we know a few of them do, but most of them have been trained, taught. This is what I'm telling you. You're dealing with somebody who's in a system. They've been trained and taught. This is what a man does. They devour, they divide, they conquer, they move on. They do all of this until they meet that woman that challenges. And that's the stuff they've been listening to. Let go of the spirit of perversion. Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you are not controlled by your lust, by your passions, by your body, when you control your own body, you're able to really get to know the person that you're dealing with. And that's what I'm asking us to do. So, I'm trying not to make a deep scope, but I just wanted to come on real quick and share with you guys about how it is so important to let the guy lead. And if he does not want to lead, that's not your guy. That's not somebody you want. He needs to go through his process to get to the point where he is a leader, to get to the point where he honors women, to get to the point where he honors you. And like I said, everybody you meet is not going to be in that mindset. And you have to be willing to say, you fine and all, but I'm going to have to let you slide. It was very nice meeting you. That's like, listen, honey, I have no problem saying it was very nice meeting you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Listen, if you cannot leave, you must leave. Well, and again, we're all on a journey. We're all humans. I'm not saying cut people off cold turkey, but at the same time, you don't want to be held down by people who aren't looking for the same thing you're looking for, right? And sometimes they have to go away, get mature, come back, try again. Maybe you let them try again. Maybe you don't. That's up to you. You're grown. But you cannot be out here doing men things for men. Okay, and expecting them to treat you like a lady that they honor, love, respect, protect, provide for, right? And that doesn't mean that you don't do the same things for them. Exactly. So I want to say thank you to everybody who is on the scope today. I hope I said something that encourages you. You know, I like to get on here and just share some stories, but please let these guys learn what it is like to be a man. Again, you know, I'm a single mom raising 2 boys. So my boys didn't have their dad in their life. But there are other good men that I have around them that I make sure can impart to them and share with them what it takes, what it means. And I'm always doing that. Like literally, I walked in and out of a door 3 times at Panera Bread for my oldest to understand that he needed to open that door for me. Love your wisdom, iron sharpens iron. Thank you so much. Listen, and he was just like, again? I was like, again. Again. And do you know what happens now? They run in front of me to get that door. And if other ladies are coming, I give them the eye. You know the mama eye. And they're like, I got to open it for strangers too. Absolutely. Yes, you do. Why? And then I take time to give them the lesson about what it is to be a man. It's not that you look out for just your people. A good man, a kind-hearted individual is taking care of his neighbors. And I know that everybody else in the world don't train their kids to do that, but you need to be looking out. So I'm Kwanda Lamb, the winning single mom. I'm an author, a speaker, a coach. I coach single moms. You can find me writing over at kwandalamb.com, giving you some good tips and information to do this single mom life well. I have an event coming up in DC next weekend. I'm super excited. It's called Brunch and Love. I hope you'll check it out. It's the link to it is in my bio, and I'm just out here trying to help us get our lives together. And so if you're a single lady in the DMV, we got folks coming from Florida and Dallas, honey, so it's nothing to catch a plane. A train, a bus, a car, right? Carpool up to this bad boy and join us because we're going to have some amazing conversations about exactly this. How do you bring good love into your life, right? And so what are some of the things that you're doing that are holding you back? I have a relationship coach. I have a master matchmaker coming. Appreciate you. I'm in St. Louis. Hey. What's up? In the Lou. I love it. Thank you so much. And we're just going to get together and have an amazing day out that culminates in the best girl talk ever. And so I also have 2 ladies that are on the panel. Pamela Booker, of course, by nature. She's a former single mom and mogul up in this bad boy. So one of the ladies is like, you offering all of this and you feeding me? So she's coming from Florida. I was like, you know a deal when you see it, don't you? And so I invite all the rest of you to join us. Tickets are going to close early next week. So if you're thinking about it, make sure to grab it. But go back and watch the scope from yesterday. And I did some last week and I think the week before. I mean, it's just some stuff I'm trying to share that's on my heart to help us. All right. So God bless you. Love you much. Let these dudes be dudes. Stop being a dude. You be the lady. If you don't know what that is, then you take time, you chill, you breathe, and you think about what it is that you want. And if there's something that you want, are you doing what it takes to bring that good love in? And if not, pause, reflect, and correct. All right. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.